Sam Altman, the architect behind OpenAI and one of the most influential minds in technology, did not arrive at his position through accident or luck alone. His success represents a specific pattern of neural firing, a particular way of organizing thought, and a distinct relationship with time, risk, and possibility. The patterns that led Altman to his immense success can be learned. These circuits can be built. This mastery can be yours. In the coming minutes, you will actively participate in the reconstruction of your neural architecture. You will dismantle limiting patterns that have kept you confined to the 95th percentile when the 99th is within reach. You will install new circuits of perception, decision-making, and execution that mirror those of the world's most successful founders and visionaries. This is Braingineered, the most powerful psychological laboratory on the internet, the place where extraordinary minds are built, not born. Let's begin. Phase 1. Intellectual horsepower, rewiring for pattern recognition and strategic genius. Close your eyes for a moment. Take 3 deep breaths. With each inhalation, draw energy up through your spine and into your prefrontal cortex. With each exhalation, release the grip of conventional thinking. Feel your brain becoming plastic, malleable, ready to form new connections. The first dimension of the Altman protocol centers on what we call intellectual horsepower, the raw cognitive capacity to see patterns others miss, to connect disparate systems into coherent wholes, and to think from first principles rather than from precedent. In the words of Sam Altman, I think the biggest competitive advantage in business, either for a company or for an individual's career, is long-term thinking with a broad view of how different systems in the world are going to come together. Let these words penetrate beyond your conscious understanding. Allow them to sink into the deeper structures of your mind where beliefs are formed and possibilities are defined. Long-term thinking is not merely a strategy. It is a neural state. It is a specific firing pattern in your prefrontal cortex that allows you to project forward through time, to see around corners, to anticipate convergence points that others perceive as unrelated events. Right now, in this very moment, your brain is capable of forming new synaptic connections. Neuroscience has proven beyond doubt that your mind possesses neuroplasticity, the ability to rewire itself in response to focused attention and emotionally charged visualization. Every time you direct your consciousness toward a specific thought pattern with sufficient intensity and repetition, you strengthen the neural pathways that support that pattern. You are not learning to think like Sam Altman. You are becoming someone whose neural architecture mirrors the patterns that have made him successful. Visualize yourself sitting at a vast strategic game board. The pieces are not chess pieces, but entire industries, technological trends, human needs, and capital flows. You can see connections that others miss because you have trained your mind to zoom out beyond the immediate, beyond the quarterly results, beyond the next funding round. You think in decades while others think in months. You see systems while others see isolated events. In the words of Altman, one of the notable aspects of compound growth is that the furthest out years are the most important. In a world where almost no one takes a truly long-term view, the market richly rewards those who do. Feel the truth of this statement resonating in your chest. The market, reality itself, rewards those who can hold 2 timelines simultaneously. The immediate execution of today combined with the patient vision of what compounds over years. Your mind is now building the neural circuits that allow you to operate in both timescales at once. Your prefrontal cortex is lighting up with new possibilities. Your default mode network, the part of your brain that generates spontaneous insights, is making novel connections between domains. You are no longer constrained by linear thinking. You see exponentials everywhere. You understand that a small advantage compounded over sufficient time becomes an insurmountable lead. This is not positive thinking. This is neural reconstruction. This is the deliberate installation of cognitive software that runs automatically beneath conscious awareness, guiding your perceptions and decisions toward exponential outcomes rather than linear ones. In the words of Sam Altman, compounding is magic. Look for it everywhere. Exponential curves are the key to wealth generation. You are training your reticular activating system, the part of your brain that filters reality, to notice compound effects in every domain. When you meet someone, you do not just see the immediate transaction. You see the potential for a relationship that compounds in value over decades. When you learn something new, you do not just acquire isolated knowledge. You see how this knowledge intersects with 3 other domains to create emergent insights that no one else has connected yet. Your brain is now primed to recognize patterns at extraordinary speed. The poker training Altman underwent at Stanford was not about cards. It was about pattern recognition under conditions of incomplete information. It was about reading human behavior. It was about making optimal decisions when certainty is impossible. In the words of Altman, poker taught me how to notice patterns in people over time, how to make decisions with very imperfect information. You are now installing the same capability. When you enter a negotiation, a business discussion, or a strategic planning session, your unconscious mind is processing micro-expressions, tonal variations, linguistic patterns, and behavioral tells at speeds far beyond conscious awareness. You become the person who makes the right call when others are paralyzed by uncertainty. You become comfortable being decisive in the fog of incomplete data because you trust the pattern-matching circuits you have deliberately constructed. Take a moment now to anchor this new neural state. Place your hand on your heart. Take a deep breath. Say internally or aloud, "I am building intellectual horsepower. My mind sees patterns others miss. I think in systems. I operate across multiple time scales simultaneously. I am becoming the strategist who sees what is coming before others recognize it has arrived." Phase 2. Extreme focus. The neural architecture of ruthless prioritization. You have begun building the circuits of strategic vision. Now we must construct something equally essential: the neural infrastructure of extreme focus. This is where most people fail. They have vision but lack the discipline to ignore everything that does not serve that vision. They have ideas but scatter their energy across 100 directions, achieving mediocrity in all and mastery in none. Sam Altman's success is not a function of doing more things. It is a function of doing fewer things with absolutely devastating effectiveness. This requires a specific neural configuration, one that most people have never consciously developed. In the words of Sam Altman, focus is a force multiplier on work. Almost everyone I've ever met would be well served by spending more time thinking about what to focus on. It is much more important to work on the right thing than it is to work many hours. Most people waste most of their time on stuff that doesn't matter. Read that again. Let it burn into your consciousness. Most people waste most of their time on stuff that doesn't matter. You are not most people, not anymore. You are someone who is deliberately rewiring your neural circuitry to distinguish signal from noise, priority from distraction, leverage from busy work. Your brain's anterior cingulate cortex, the region responsible for error detection and conflict monitoring, is now becoming hyper-calibrated. When you are about to engage in activity that feels productive but is actually displacement, this region will send you a signal, a subtle discomfort, a quiet knowing that you are avoiding the real work. You will learn to recognize this signal and immediately redirect your attention. In the words of Altman, most of your job as CEO, as a founder, is to say, no, we're not going to go do this pretty good idea to save firepower for the great idea. A huge part of my job is to say no to good ideas to save firepower for great ones. This is the discipline that separates the 99th percentile from everyone else. The ability to say no to good opportunities because they would prevent you from saying yes to exceptional ones. Your brain must be trained to experience this as pleasurable rather than painful. Right now, your dopamine circuits may be conditioned to reward you for saying yes, for being helpful, for taking on new projects. We are reconditioning those circuits to reward you for strategic refusal. Visualize yourself standing before two paths. One path is lined with attractive opportunities, good ideas, interesting projects, reasonable uses of your time. The other path is narrower, steeper, more challenging. But at the end of this path lies something orders of magnitude more valuable. Your old neural wiring would have you take the first path because it activates your reward circuits immediately. Your new neural wiring, the circuits you are building right now, finds deeper satisfaction in the delayed but exponentially greater reward of the second path. In the words of Sam Altman, I am willing to take as much time as needed between projects to find my next thing, but I always want it to be a project that, if successful, will make the rest of my career look like a footnote. Feel the weight of that standard. Feel how it eliminates 99% of potential activities from consideration. This is not lack of ambition. This is extreme ambition married to extreme selectivity. You are not looking for the next good thing. You are waiting with patient intensity for the thing that changes everything. Your brain's reward system is now being recalibrated. The dopamine hit comes not from busyness, but from alignment with your highest priorities. The satisfaction comes not from checking off many tasks, but from making measurable progress on the few things that matter most. Implement this immediately. Every morning, before you check your phone, before you respond to messages, before you allow the world's agenda to colonize your consciousness, you will identify your top 3 priorities for that day. Not 10, not 5, 3. And one of those 3 matters more than the other 2 combined. That is where your peak cognitive energy goes. That is where your state of flow is directed. Everything else is either delegated, deleted, or deferred. In the words of Sam Altman, I highly recommend using lists. I make lists of what I want to accomplish each year, each month, and each day. Lists are very focusing and they help me with multitasking because I don't have to keep as much in my head. But note the structure, year, month, day, always connected to the longer arc. Your daily priorities are not random. They are in service of monthly milestones, which are in service of annual objectives, which are in service of decade-long visions. Every action is nested within larger purpose. This is how you maintain extreme focus over years rather than days. Your brain is now developing what neuroscientists call task-positive network dominance. When you work, your default mode network, the wandering, distracted, daydreaming mode, is suppressed. Your attention becomes laser-focused. You enter flow states more easily and sustain them for longer periods. Distractions that once derailed you for hours now barely register. You have trained your mind to return to focus automatically, almost instantly. Place both hands on your temples. Take a deep breath. Say to yourself, I am a master of focus. I distinguish between good and great with precision. I say no to the merely good without hesitation or guilt. My attention is my most valuable resource and I guard it fiercely. I direct my cognitive energy toward leverage points and multipliers. I am becoming unstoppable because I am becoming undistracted. Phase 3. Compound execution. Installing the neural patterns of consistent compounding action. You have strategic vision. You have laser focus. Now we must install the most critical element of all, the neural patterns that translate intention into consistent compounding execution. This is where the gap between knowing and doing is bridged. This is where the distance between vision and reality collapses. This is the difference between people who have brilliant ideas and people who build billion-dollar companies. In the words of Sam Altman, you can get to about the 90th percentile in your field by working either smart or hard, which is still a great accomplishment. But getting to the 99th percentile requires both. You will be competing with other very talented people who will have great ideas and be willing to work a lot. Extreme people get extreme results. Let this truth penetrate your entire being. Extreme people get extreme results, not lucky people, not especially gifted people. Extreme people. People who have conditioned their nervous systems to operate at a level of intensity and consistency that others cannot sustain. Your brain is capable of generating this consistency, but only if the right circuits are built. The key is not willpower. Willpower is a finite resource that depletes throughout the day. The key is identity. When execution becomes part of who you are at a neurological level, it requires no willpower. It becomes automatic. It becomes you. In the words of Altman, I have yet to meet a slow-moving person who is very successful. Speed is not about frantic activity. Speed is about decisiveness. Speed is about rapid iteration. Speed is about the velocity between thought and action. Your brain's motor cortex, your premotor areas, your basal ganglia. All of these regions are being conditioned right now to reduce the latency between decision and execution. When you see what needs to be done, you move. Not next week, not after you've gathered more information, not after you feel completely ready. You move now. You take the first step. You initiate the sequence. Because you understand what Altman understands. Momentum compounds. In the words of Sam Altman, momentum is really energizing. The lack of momentum is super draining. Growth and momentum are what a startup lives on, and you always have to focus on maintaining these. Your biochemistry responds to momentum. When you are executing rapidly, when you are seeing results from your actions, your brain releases dopamine, norepinephrine, and other neurochemicals that enhance focus, motivation, and energy. This creates a positive feedback loop. Action generates momentum. Momentum generates neurochemical rewards. Those rewards fuel more action. This is the compound execution cycle. But there is a dark side to this coin. When momentum stalls, when you allow yourself to become stagnant, your biochemistry shifts. Cortisol increases, dopamine decreases, you feel drained, unmotivated, stuck. The same feedback loop that can propel you forward can also keep you trapped in inertia. This is why the neural pattern you are installing right now is so critical. You are training your brain to bias toward action. When faced with a choice between planning more and executing now, you execute. When faced with a choice between perfecting the current version and shipping it to get feedback, you ship. When faced with a choice between another meeting and another hour of deep work, you choose the work. In the words of Altman, fast iteration can make up for a lot. It's usually okay to be wrong if you iterate quickly. This is the mental model of the execution machine. You do not need to be right the first time. You need to be fast enough to be wrong, learn and correct course before your competitors have finished their first planning meeting. Your nervous system is now calibrated to find satisfaction not in perfection but in velocity of learning. Visualize yourself moving through your day with fluid, purposeful motion. You wake and immediately engage in your morning protocol. No scrolling, no checking notifications, no allowing your brain to be hijacked by other people's agendas. You execute your top priorities with intensity. You make decisions quickly. You respond to communications in minutes, not days. You cut through bureaucracy and unnecessary process because you are optimizing for speed and learning rate. In the words of Sam Altman, great founders are execution machines. They make quick decisions on everything. They respond to emails quickly. This is one of the most striking differences between great and mediocre founders. Your basal ganglia, the region of your brain responsible for habits and automated behaviors, is now encoding these patterns as defaults. Quick decision-making becomes automatic. Rapid execution becomes your baseline. You are not forcing yourself to work this way through willpower. You have become someone who naturally operates at this velocity. But velocity without direction is chaos. This is why the compound execution protocol is nested within your strategic vision and extreme focus. You move fast, but only on things that matter. You iterate rapidly, but only on projects that serve your long-term objectives. The combination is devastating. You have the clarity of a sniper and the work rate of a machine. Take a moment to integrate this pattern. Stand up. Feel energy coursing through your body. Say with absolute conviction, I am an execution machine. I move with speed and precision. I iterate rapidly. I ship constantly. I am biased toward action. My momentum is unstoppable. Every day I compound my progress. Small gains multiplied over time become extraordinary outcomes. I am building compound execution into my identity. Phase 4. Long-term vision, neurologically encoding decade-level thinking. You are executing with machine-like precision, but execution without vision is mere activity. Now we install the neural circuits that allow you to hold decade-long timelines with the same clarity that most people hold next week's schedule. This requires a fundamental shift in your relationship with time. Most people's neural architecture is biased toward the immediate. The prefrontal cortex, which handles future planning, is constantly overruled by the limbic system, which prioritizes immediate rewards and immediate threats. This made sense in the ancestral environment where thinking past the next meal was unnecessary. But in the modern landscape, this bias toward immediacy is catastrophic. In the words of Sam Altman, in a world where almost no one takes a truly long-term view, the market richly rewards those who do. You are about to encode a different temporal structure, a neural architecture where the distant future feels as real and visceral as the present moment, where decisions made today are automatically evaluated against their impact 10 years from now, where short-term discomfort is readily accepted because you can see the exponential payoff that compounds over time. Close your eyes. Project yourself forward 10 years. Do not imagine vague possibilities. See specific outcomes with high-definition clarity. Where are you living? What have you built? Who are you working with? What impact have you created? What capabilities have you developed? Make this vision so real that your unconscious mind cannot distinguish it from memory. Your brain processes vivid future visualization with many of the same neural circuits it uses for vivid memories. This is not fantasy. This is pre-programming. In the words of Altman, it's useful to focus on adding another zero to whatever you define as your success metric, money, status, impact on the world, or whatever. Adding a zero, 10 times more valuable than what you currently consider success. Your mind may initially resist this. Your current self-concept may say, that's unrealistic. But your current self-concept was formed by your past experiences and past limitations. It has no authority over your future capabilities. You are literally rewiring the neural circuits that determine what you perceive as possible. Neuroscientist Dr. Joe Dispenza has shown through extensive research that when you repeatedly visualize a future outcome with sufficient emotional intensity, your brain begins to prune away synaptic connections associated with your old self and build new connections aligned with your new identity. The hardware of your brain physically changes. This is not metaphor. This is measurable, observable neuroplasticity. Your 10-year vision must become more familiar to your nervous system than your current circumstances. You should be able to close your eyes at any moment and step into that future reality with complete clarity. When you do this repeatedly with elevated emotion, your body begins to believe that future is real. Your biochemistry shifts. Your gene expression changes. You are literally signaling new proteins to be created that align with this future self rather than your current self. In the words of Sam Altman, most people get bogged down in linear opportunities. Be willing to let small opportunities go to focus on potential step changes. This is the practical application of decade-level thinking. When an opportunity arises, you do not just ask, is this good? You ask, does this move me toward my 10-year vision? If the answer is no, you decline without guilt or second-guessing. If the answer is yes, you commit fully. Your decisions become dramatically simplified because you have absolute clarity about your long-term trajectory. Your brain's anterior temporal lobe, the region involved in semantic memory and conceptual thinking, is now building a comprehensive semantic network around your future vision. This is not a vague hope. This is a detailed, multi-dimensional model of the future you are building. Every skill you develop, every relationship you cultivate, every project you undertake is consciously selected based on its alignment with this model. Implement this practice. Every Sunday, you will spend 30 minutes reviewing your 10-year vision. You will update it. You will make it more specific. You will feel into it emotionally. You will then identify the top 3 objectives for the coming month that serve this vision. You will then identify the top 3 priorities for the coming week that serve those monthly objectives. You will then identify the top 3 actions for Monday that serve those weekly priorities. Everything is nested. Everything is aligned. There is zero wasted motion. In the words of Altman, plans should be measured in decades. Execution should be measured in weeks. This is the paradox of long-term thinking. You hold the decade-long vision with absolute clarity while executing in rapid weekly cycles. You zoom out to see the full landscape. You zoom in to move with precision. Your mind becomes fluid, capable of shifting between these perspectives without effort. Stand and speak these words with complete certainty. I think in decades while others think in quarters. I see the compounding trajectory while others see immediate results. My vision extends far beyond my current horizon. I make choices today that my future self will thank me for. I am patient with results but relentless with process. I am building something that makes everything else I have done look like preparation. I am encoding decade-level thinking into my neural architecture. Phase 5, internal drive, activating the deepest source of sustainable motivation. You have vision, you have execution, you have strategic clarity. But what happens when the world does not validate your vision? What happens when investors say no? When users do not understand your product? When competitors seem to be winning? What happens when external motivation disappears? This is where most people fail. They are motivated by external rewards, external validation, external approval. When those external factors align, they perform. When those factors disappear, they collapse. You are about to install something far more powerful. Internal drive. The neurological state where your motivation comes from within, independent of external circumstances. In the words of Sam Altman, the most successful people I know are primarily internally driven. They do what they do to impress themselves and because they feel compelled to make something happen in the world. Let this sink into the deepest structures of your brain. Primarily internally driven. They do what they do to impress themselves. This is the secret. This is the source of sustainable excellence. When you are driven by internal standards, you can work with absolute intensity for years without external validation. You can persist through failure after failure because the external results do not define your sense of self-worth or purpose. Your brain's ventral tegmental area nucleus accumbens, the regions that process reward and motivation, are currently wired to respond primarily to external feedback. Praise from others, money, status, recognition. These are powerful motivators, but they are unstable. They can be withdrawn at any moment. They make you dependent on forces beyond your control. We are now rewiring these circuits to respond to internal signals. The satisfaction of knowing you did your best work. The pride of maintaining your standards even when no one is watching. The deep fulfillment that comes from making progress on something that matters to you regardless of whether others understand it yet. In the words of Altman, after you've made enough money to buy whatever you want and gotten enough social status that it stops being fun to get more, this is the only force I know of that will continue to drive you to higher levels of performance. This is not about rejecting external rewards. Money matters. Status can be useful, but these cannot be your primary fuel source. Your primary fuel must come from something deeper. The compulsion to make something exist that should exist. The drive to solve a problem that matters. The internal standard of excellence that you refuse to compromise. Visualize yourself working alone at 3 in the morning. No one is watching. No one will know if you cut corners. No one will see the extra effort you put in. but you put it in anyway. Not because you have to, because you cannot help yourself, because your internal standards demand it, because you would know if you compromised. This is the hallmark of internal drive. Your brain is now developing what psychologists call intrinsic motivation. You find the work itself rewarding. The process of building, creating, solving, this becomes its own reward. External outcomes become byproducts rather than primary objectives. This shift in neural wiring is what allows people like Sam Altman to work with absolute intensity for years in relative obscurity, building something that will eventually change the world. In the words of Sam Altman, this is why the question of a person's motivation is so important. It's the first thing I try to understand about someone. The right motivations are hard to define a set of rules for, but you know it when you see it. Your motivation must be examined and refined. Ask yourself, why am I doing this? If the answer is primarily external, to impress others, to prove something, to achieve a status marker, then your foundation is unstable. If the answer is internal, because you feel compelled to make something happen, because you see a problem that needs solving, because you have a vision that will not leave you alone, then your foundation is unshakable. Your amygdala and hippocampus, regions involved in emotional processing and memory, are now encoding new emotional associations. The work itself becomes emotionally rewarding. The grind becomes something you embrace rather than endure. Resistance becomes fuel rather than obstacle. You are conditioning your nervous system to find pleasure in the process rather than waiting for pleasure from the results. Implement this shift immediately. Before you begin any significant work session, take 60 seconds to connect with why this matters to you personally. Not why it might lead to good outcomes. Not why others think it is important. Why you specifically feel compelled to do this. Access that internal drive. Feel it in your chest. Then begin working from that state. Your biochemistry will be entirely different. Your focus will be sharper. Your persistence will be greater. In the words of Altman, to be willful, you have to be optimistic. Hopefully, this is a personality trait that can be improved with practice. I have never met a very successful pessimistic person. Your internal drive must be paired with fundamental optimism, not naive optimism that ignores reality, but deep optimism that believes problems can be solved, that believes you can figure out what you do not yet know, that believes the future can be better than the present. This optimism is a trainable state. You're training it right now. Place your hand over your heart. Breathe deeply, state with complete conviction. I am internally driven. My motivation comes from within. I work to impress myself and to manifest my vision in reality. External validation is welcome but unnecessary. I am compelled to build something that matters. My standards are uncompromising. My drive is inexhaustible. I am becoming unstoppable because my fuel source is infinite and internal. Phase 6. Calculated risk-taking. Rewiring your relationship with uncertainty. You are internally driven. You execute relentlessly. You think long-term. Now we must address the element that separates founders from everyone else, your neural relationship with risk. Most people's brains are wired for risk avoidance. This made sense in the ancestral environment where a single catastrophic error could be fatal. But in the modern landscape, where the downside is rarely fatal and the upside is potentially infinite, this wiring is a catastrophic liability. In the words of Sam Altman, in what is now a very dynamic world, the risky thing is to not go try the things that might really work out. Listen to that carefully. The risky thing is to not take risks. This is the inversion that 99th percentile minds make. They recognize that the apparent safety of conventional paths is actually the most dangerous position. Playing it safe means competing with everyone else. Taking calculated risks means entering territory where competition is minimal because others are too afraid to follow. Your amygdala, the fear center of your brain, is designed to keep you safe. It generates anxiety when you consider doing something outside your comfort zone. It amplifies worst-case scenarios. It convinces you to wait for more information, more preparation, more certainty. For most people, the amygdala runs the show. You are not most people. You are learning to work with your amygdala rather than being controlled by it. In the words of Altman, I will fail many times and I will be really right once. This is the entrepreneur's way. You have to give yourself a lot of chances to get lucky. This is the mathematical reality of asymmetric bets. When downside is capped but upside is unlimited, you want maximum attempts. Your brain must be reconditioned to see failure not as identity-threatening catastrophe but as necessary data collection. Every failure teaches you something that increases your probability of success on the next attempt. Neuroscientist Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches that to change your personality, your personal reality, you must become uncomfortable. Growth happens outside the comfort zone not as a motivational platitude but as a neurological necessity. When you do something uncomfortable, your brain forms new neural connections. When you stay comfortable, your brain maintains existing patterns. Comfort equals stagnation. Discomfort equals growth. Your task is to train your nervous system to become comfortable with being uncomfortable, to seek out the edge of your competence and push past it regularly, to take actions that your old self would have avoided. Every time you do this, you prune away the neural circuits of the old, limited self and build the circuits of the expanded, capable self. In the words of Sam Altman, most people understand that companies are more valuable if they are difficult to compete with. This is important and obviously true, but this holds true for you as an individual as well. If what you do can be done by someone else, it eventually will be, and for less money. Taking calculated risks makes you difficult to compete with. When you are willing to bet on yourself in ways others are not, you develop capabilities others do not have. You gain experiences others avoid. You build a unique combination of skills and insights that creates competitive moats around your value. Visualize yourself standing at the edge of a chasm. On the other side is the next level of your capability, your impact, your income. The bridge across is uncertain. It might hold, it might not. Your old neural wiring says stay on this side where it is safe. Your new neural wiring, the one you are building right now, says test the bridge. Take the first step. You will figure out the rest as you go. In the words of Altman, look for small bets you can make where you lose 1 times if you are wrong, but make 100 times if it works. Then make a bigger bet in that direction. This is the protocol for intelligent risk-taking. You do not bet everything on one roll of the dice. You make small asymmetric bets where the downside is manageable and the upside is extraordinary. When one shows promise, you double down. This is how you de-risk the process of taking big risks. You take many small risks first. Your brain's orbitofrontal cortex, the region involved in decision-making and reward evaluation, is now being trained to evaluate risks probabilistically rather than emotionally. You ask, what is the realistic downside? Can I recover if this fails? What is the potential upside? What is the expected value of this bet? You make these calculations automatically beneath conscious awareness because you have trained your neural circuits to think this way. Implement this practice. Once per week, deliberately do something that makes you uncomfortable, something that your old self would have avoided. Make a bold ask. Start a conversation with someone intimidating. Submit your work before you feel it is ready. Launch before perfection. Each time you do this, you are literally rewiring your relationship with risk. You are training your nervous system to realize that the discomfort is temporary, but the growth is permanent. In the words of Sam Altman, extreme people get extreme results. Working a lot comes with huge life trade-offs, and it is perfectly rational to decide not to do it. But it has a lot of advantages. You are choosing to be extreme, not reckless, not careless, but extreme in your willingness to bet on yourself, extreme in your capacity to tolerate uncertainty, extreme in your commitment to the path that most people are too afraid to walk. This extremity is what creates extreme results. Stand tall. Feel courage flooding your nervous system. Declare, I am comfortable with calculated risk. I see uncertainty as opportunity rather than threat. I bet on myself repeatedly. I understand that failure is feedback. I take asymmetric risks where downside is capped and upside is unlimited. I am difficult to compete with because I go where others are afraid to follow. I am becoming fearless in the pursuit of what matters most. Phase 7, network building, encoding the neural patterns of authentic connection. You are becoming a force of execution, vision, and risk-taking. But no one builds extraordinary things alone. Now we must install the neural patterns that allow you to build a network of exceptional talent who amplify your impact exponentially. Many people misunderstand networking. They see it as transactional, manipulative, something distasteful that must be endured. This perspective guarantees mediocre relationships and minimal leverage. The neural rewiring you are about to undergo will completely transform your relationship with other people and your ability to attract world-class talent into your orbit. In the words of Sam Altman, great work requires teams. Developing a network of talented people to work with, sometimes closely, sometimes loosely, is an essential part of a great career. The size of the network of really talented people you know often becomes the limiter for what you can accomplish. This is not about collecting business cards or amassing LinkedIn connections. This is about building genuine relationships with people who are exceptional at what they do. Your network determines your trajectory. The quality of people you surround yourself with determines the quality of ideas you are exposed to, the opportunities you encounter, and the standards you hold yourself to. Your brain's social cognition network, involving regions like the temporoparietal junction, superior temporal sulcus, and medial prefrontal cortex, is designed for connection. Humans are fundamentally social creatures. When you genuinely connect with another person, your brain releases oxytocin, which builds trust. It activates mirror neurons, which create empathy. It strengthens memory encoding, which helps you remember them and understand them deeply. In the words of Altman, an effective way to build a network is to help people as much as you can. Doing this over a long period of time is what led to most of my best career opportunities and 3 of my 4 best investments. I'm continually surprised how often something good happens to me because of something I did to help a founder 10 years ago. This is the key insight that most people miss. You do not network by taking, you network by giving. You build relationships by helping others without immediate expectation of return. Your brain must be wired to find deep satisfaction in contributing value to others. When you do this consistently over years, the compound returns are extraordinary. Your ventromedial prefrontal cortex, involved in social evaluation and altruistic behavior, is now being strengthened. You are training yourself to automatically look for ways to help the people you meet. How can you make an introduction, share a resource, provide feedback, solve a problem? This becomes your default mode of interaction. In the words of Sam Altman, one of the best ways to build a network is to develop a reputation for really taking care of the people who work with you. Reputation is neural currency. When people know that working with you leads to growth, learning, and success, exceptional people want to work with you. Your reputation precedes you and opens doors that no amount of direct outreach could open. You are now installing the neural patterns that make you the kind of person others actively seek out. Visualize yourself in a room full of brilliant people. You are not intimidated. You are not trying to impress. You are genuinely curious. You ask deep questions. You listen with full attention. You remember what matters to them. You follow up. You deliver on what you say you will do. You become known as someone who adds value to every interaction. Your hippocampus, critical for memory formation, is being trained to remember details about people, names, interests, projects, goals, challenges. When you remember what someone told you 6 months ago and ask about it, you signal that they matter. This creates bonds that go far beyond transactional networking. Implement this immediately. After every meaningful conversation, take 2 minutes to write down 3 things you learned about that person and 1 way you can potentially help them. Then follow through. Send the article, make the introduction, share the resource. Do this without keeping score. Do this as your operating system. Watch what happens to the quality of your network over 6 months. In the words of Altman, a particularly valuable part of building a network is to get good at discovering undiscovered talent. Quickly spotting intelligence, drive, and creativity gets much easier with practice. The easiest way to learn is just to meet a lot of people and keep track of who goes on to impress you and who doesn't. You are training your pattern recognition circuits to identify exceptional people before the world recognizes them. This is how you build relationships with people who will go on to do extraordinary things. You meet them when they are still building, when they need help, when they remember who believed in them early. This is how legendary networks are built. Your insula, involved in empathy and emotional awareness, is becoming more sensitive. You can feel what matters to people. You can sense their motivations, their fears, their aspirations. This allows you to connect at a deeper level. Not manipulation, genuine empathy, genuine care. This is what transforms networking from transaction to relationship. Touch your chest with both hands. Feel connection to all the people who will be part of your journey. Say, I build genuine relationships with exceptional people. I give before I receive. I help without keeping score. I remember what matters. I follow through on what I say. I am known as someone who makes others better. My network is a force multiplier. The people around me amplify my impact exponentially. I am becoming magnetic to world-class talent. Phase 8. Physical foundation. Optimizing biology for peak mental performance. You have been building the cognitive and social circuitry of extraordinary achievement. But your brain does not operate in isolation. It is an electrochemical organ dependent on biology. Now we install the protocols that optimize your physical foundation for sustained peak performance. Most people treat their bodies as afterthoughts. They sacrifice sleep for work. They eat whatever is convenient. They skip exercise to save time. Then they wonder why their mental performance degrades, why their focus wanders, why their energy crashes. You are not making this mistake. You understand that your brain's performance is inseparable from your body's state. In the words of Sam Altman, sleep is the most important physical factor in productivity, not only in terms of energy, but also decision-making and creativity. Sleep is when your brain consolidates memories, clears metabolic waste, and strengthens neural connections. When you sleep poorly, your prefrontal cortex, the region responsible for executive function, is effectively impaired. You make worse decisions. Your emotional regulation suffers. Your ability to focus degrades. No amount of willpower can compensate for chronic sleep deprivation. Your brain is now encoding sleep as non-negotiable, not something you sacrifice for productivity. The foundation of productivity. You prioritize it, you protect it, you create conditions for high-quality sleep. Dark room, cool temperature, consistent schedule, no screens before bed. This is not self-indulgence. This is optimization. In the words of Altman, he lifts heavy weights 3 times a week and occasionally engages in high-intensity interval training. Exercise is not about aesthetics, it is about neurochemistry. When you lift weights, you increase testosterone and growth hormone, which improve cognitive function. When you do high-intensity training, you increase brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which promotes neuroplasticity. Exercise literally makes your brain more plastic, more capable of rewiring itself. Your hippocampus and prefrontal cortex both benefit dramatically from regular exercise. New neurons are generated. Existing neurons become more connected. Blood flow to the brain increases. You are not exercising your body. You are optimizing your cognitive hardware. Your hypothalamus and brainstem, regions that regulate basic physiological functions, are now being trained to maintain optimal states. You eat foods that stabilize blood sugar rather than creating spikes and crashes. You hydrate consistently throughout the day because even mild dehydration impairs cognitive function. You manage stress through breathing techniques, meditation, or time in nature. In the words of Altman, he is a vegetarian and avoids sugar and extra spicy foods. You are developing awareness of how different foods affect your mental state. Some foods create sustained energy and clear thinking. Other foods create brain fog and energy crashes. You begin to make choices based on how you want your brain to function rather than how your taste buds feel in the moment. This is the discipline of someone who treats their body as an instrument of achievement rather than a source of immediate gratification. Visualize yourself moving through your day with abundant energy. You wake naturally, rested. You exercise with intensity. You eat foods that fuel clarity. You maintain steady energy throughout the day. You end the day satisfied with your output and ready to recover fully during sleep. This is not exceptional. This is your baseline. This is how you operate. Your autonomic nervous system, the system that regulates arousal and recovery, is being trained to shift fluidly between sympathetic activation, focus, drive, intensity, and parasympathetic recovery, rest, digest, restore. You work with full intensity, then you recover fully. You do not chronically operate in a half-exhausted, half-wired state that most people inhabit. Implement this protocol starting tomorrow. 7 to 8 hours of sleep in a cold, dark, quiet room. 20 minutes of intense exercise or 45 minutes of moderate exercise. 3 meals of whole foods that stabilize blood sugar. 2 liters of water spread throughout the day. 10 minutes of breath work or meditation to regulate your nervous system. These are not options. These are the baseline requirements for your brain to operate at the level you are demanding from it. In the words of Altman, you cannot treat it as an all-nighter. You have to eat well, sleep well, and exercise. You have to spend time with your family and friends. This is the paradox of extreme performance. It requires extreme care of your physical foundation. You are building something that will take years. You cannot sprint a marathon. You must develop sustainable high performance. You must treat your body with the same strategic intelligence that you treat your business. Stand and feel vitality coursing through every cell. Declare, I optimize my biology for peak mental performance. Sleep is sacred. Exercise is non-negotiable. Nutrition is strategic. I treat my body as the instrument of my mind. I recover as intensely as I work. I am building sustainable high performance. My energy is abundant. My clarity is razor sharp. My physical foundation supports my extraordinary ambitions. Phase 9. Adaptive leadership, installing neural flexibility and collaborative intelligence. You have built the internal circuits of individual mastery. Now we install the final dimension, the ability to lead, to inspire, to mobilize others toward a shared vision while maintaining the flexibility to adapt as circumstances evolve. Leadership is not authority. Leadership is influence. It is the ability to communicate a compelling vision that others choose to follow. It is the capacity to make difficult decisions while maintaining trust. It is the skill of balancing confidence with humility, conviction with flexibility, ambition with ethics. In the words of Sam Altman, a strong leader has the courage of their convictions and a strong belief in what is going to happen. Notice the phrasing, not what might happen or could happen. What is going to happen? This is the quality of certainty that enrolls others. When you speak about the future with this level of conviction, people want to be part of bringing it into existence. Your certainty becomes contagious. But this certainty cannot be delusional. It must be grounded in deep understanding and clear vision. Your brain's dorsolateral prefrontal cortex, involved in working memory and cognitive flexibility, must be highly developed. You need to hold multiple perspectives simultaneously. To consider your team's viewpoint, the market's reality, your investors' concerns, and your own vision all at once. Then synthesize these into decisions that move everyone forward. In the words of Altman, go with the flow, make real-time decisions, and don't be too married to specific predictions or trends. This is adaptive leadership. You have strong convictions loosely held. You make clear decisions based on current information, but update those decisions rapidly when new information emerges. Your ego is not attached to being right. Your ego is attached to finding the best path forward. This requires a specific neural configuration where your identity is not threatened by changing your mind. Your anterior cingulate cortex, involved in conflict monitoring and error detection, is now being trained to flag when your current strategy is not working. Most leaders ignore these signals because acknowledging error feels like failure. You are training yourself to welcome these signals because they are opportunities to correct course before small problems become catastrophic. In the words of Sam Altman, it's important that you distort reality for others but not yourself. You have to convince other people that your company is primed to be the most important startup of the decade. But you yourself should be paranoid about everything that could go wrong. This is the duality of leadership: external confidence, internal paranoia. You project absolute conviction to inspire your team and attract resources. Simultaneously, you maintain ruthless honesty with yourself about challenges and risks. This duality requires sophisticated neural circuitry. You must partition your consciousness. The part that interfaces with the world operates with inspiring certainty. The part that evaluates reality operates with brutal honesty. Visualize yourself leading a team meeting. You speak about the vision with passion and clarity. People are energized, they believe, they commit. Then you close the door to your office and you list every possible way the current plan could fail. You develop contingencies. You stress test assumptions. You prepare for challenges. This is world-class leadership. Your mirror neuron system, which allows you to empathize and connect, is becoming highly attuned. You can sense team morale. You can feel when someone is struggling. You can detect when your message is landing versus when it is creating confusion. This emotional intelligence is not soft, it is strategic. Teams that feel understood and valued perform dramatically better than teams that do not. In the words of Altman, managing your own morale and your team's morale is one of the greatest challenges of most endeavors. You are now installing the circuits that allow you to regulate not just your own emotional state, but influence the emotional states of those around you. When the team faces setbacks, you do not collapse into defeat. You acknowledge reality while redirecting attention toward the next action. You become the emotional anchor that allows others to persevere through difficulty. Your ventromedial prefrontal cortex, involved in emotional regulation and social decision-making, is being strengthened. You make decisions that balance short-term pain for long-term gain. You have difficult conversations when necessary. You fire fast when someone is not working out, not because you lack compassion, but because you have responsibility to everyone else who is working toward the mission. Implement this leadership protocol. Every week, have individual conversations with your key team members. Not status updates, real conversations. What is energizing them? What is frustrating them? How can you remove obstacles? What do they need to perform at their best? Build genuine relationships. Remember, people do not leave companies, they leave managers. Be the leader people choose to follow even when they have other options. In the words of Sam Altman, one of the best ways to build a network is to develop a reputation for really taking care of the people who work with you. You are encoding this as identity. You are someone who develops people, who creates environments where people do the best work of their careers, who maintains high standards while providing high support. This reputation becomes your greatest asset. Exceptional people want to work with you because they know they will grow. Stand as a leader. Feel the weight of responsibility. Feel the power of clear vision. Say, I lead with conviction and adapt with wisdom. I inspire others toward shared vision. I make difficult decisions with clarity. I take care of my team while demanding excellence. I'm emotionally intelligent and strategically brilliant. I balance confidence with humility. I am becoming the leader others choose to follow. Phase 10. Mission-driven purpose. Encoding the neural patterns of contribution. You have built every dimension of individual and collective mastery. Now we install the final and most important element, a sense of purpose that transcends personal achievement. A mission that connects your work to something larger than yourself. This is not soft. This is the ultimate source of sustained excellence. When your work serves only your own advancement, your motivation eventually plateaus. When your work serves something larger, a problem that matters, a vision that improves humanity, a future that must exist, your motivation becomes inexhaustible. In the words of Sam Altman, we need to build AI that makes humanity better, not replace it. Notice the frame. Not build AI that makes me rich. Not build AI that beats competitors. Build AI that makes humanity better. This is the level at which 99th percentile minds operate. Their projects are not just businesses, they are missions, they are contributions, they are attempts to bend the arc of the future toward a better outcome. Your brain's default mode network and medial prefrontal cortex, regions involved in self-referential thinking and meaning-making, are now being rewired around purpose. When you think about your work, you do not just think about personal outcomes, you think about impact, you think about the people whose lives will be better because of what you built. You think about the problem that will be solved. You think about the future you are helping to create. In the words of Altman, one of the great joys in life is finding your purpose, excelling at it, and discovering that your impact matters to something larger than yourself. This is not abstract philosophy. This is practical neuropsychology. When your brain perceives that your actions matter to something beyond yourself, you experience deeper satisfaction, greater resilience, and sustained motivation. Purpose is the antidote to burnout. Purpose is what carries you through years of difficulty toward an outcome that may not arrive until long after you have made the sacrifice. Your anterior insula and anterior cingulate cortex, regions involved in empathy and social cognition, are now highly activated when you think about your work. You feel connected to the people you serve. You feel the weight of responsibility. You feel the pull of contribution. This emotional connection is what transforms work from obligation into calling. In the words of Sam Altman, eventually you will define your success by performing excellent work in areas that are important to you. Not important to society in abstract, not important according to some external standard, important to you. This is the key. You must find the intersection of what the world needs and what you are uniquely capable of providing and what genuinely matters to you. This intersection is where extraordinary impact emerges. Visualize the world 10 years from now better because of what you built. See the specific ways people's lives are improved. Feel the satisfaction of knowing that your effort mattered, that your sacrifice created something valuable, that your existence made the future different than it would have been without you. This is not ego. This is purpose. This is the highest form of self-actualization. Your brain's reward circuitry is now responding not just to personal achievement but to contribution. You experience deep satisfaction from knowing your work serves others. This creates a positive feedback loop where the more you contribute, the more motivated you become to contribute further. You are not working for external validation. You are working because you have found something worth building. Implement this practice. Write a detailed vision of the impact you intend to create, not just the company you will build or the wealth you will generate. The specific ways the world will be better, the problems that will be solved, the capabilities that will be unlocked, the lives that will be improved. Make this vision viscerally real. Return to it whenever your motivation wanes. Let it pull you forward through difficulty. In the words of Altman, it is obviously an incredible shame and waste that opportunity is so unevenly distributed. But I've witnessed enough people be born with the deck stacked badly against them and go on to incredible success to know it's possible. You are now part of a larger story, a story of human potential, a story of what becomes possible when someone decides to build something that matters. You are not just pursuing success, you are demonstrating what is possible. You are creating proof that audacious goals can be achieved. You are becoming evidence that the future can be better than the present. Stand with hands over your heart. Feel purpose flowing through you. Declare with absolute conviction, my work serves something larger than myself. I am solving problems that matter. I am building a future that should exist. My success creates opportunities for others. My impact compounds across time. I am driven by mission, not just metrics. I am contributing to the story of human progress. My purpose is clear. My commitment is absolute. I am becoming a force for extraordinary good in the world. Integration, becoming the integrated whole. You have now installed all 10 dimensions of the Altman protocol: strategic vision, extreme focus, compound execution, long-term thinking, internal drive, calculated risk-taking, network building, physical optimization, adaptive leadership, mission-driven purpose. But these are not separate elements. They are interconnected dimensions of a unified whole. They reinforce each other, they compound, they create emergence, where the whole becomes greater than the sum of the parts. Take a moment now to feel all of these dimensions simultaneously. Feel the clarity of your strategic vision. Feel the sharpness of your focus. Feel the momentum of your execution. Feel the patience of your long-term thinking. Feel the power of your internal drive. Feel the courage of your risk-taking. Feel the strength of your network. Feel the vitality of your optimized biology. Feel the wisdom of your adaptive leadership. Feel the purpose that drives everything. This is who you are becoming. Not someone who tries to apply these principles, someone who embodies them. Someone whose neural architecture reflects these patterns at the deepest level. Someone who operates this way automatically, beneath conscious effort. In the words of Sam Altman, life is not a dress rehearsal, this is probably it. Make it count. You have one life, one opportunity to see what you are capable of, one chance to build something that matters. You are not practicing for someday. Someday is now. The moment you decide to fully commit to your potential is the moment everything changes. Your brain has been rewired. Your neural architecture has been reconstructed, but this is not the end. This is the beginning. These circuits must be maintained. They must be used. They must be strengthened through daily practice. Every morning you will reconnect with these states. You will review your 10-year vision. You will identify your top priorities. You will move into action with speed and precision. You will make decisions aligned with your long-term trajectory. You will build relationships. You will optimize your biology. You will lead with purpose. You are no longer the person who began this protocol. That person had potential. This person, the one you have become, is actualizing that potential. Systematically, relentlessly, extraordinarily. The activation affirmations, daily neural programming for sustained excellence. These affirmations are not mere words, they are neural programming instructions. When you speak them with emotion and conviction, you are sending signals to your subconscious mind that reshape your identity. Use these daily, speak them aloud, feel them in your body, let them become your new baseline reality. 1. I am strategically brilliant. I see patterns others miss. My mind naturally connects disparate systems into coherent wholes. I think from first principles. I reason across multiple time scales simultaneously. I hold decade-long visions with clarity while executing with weekly precision. I am building intellectual horsepower that compounds daily. My strategic vision guides every decision I make. 2. I am extremely focused. My attention is laser sharp. I distinguish between good and great with precision. I say no to merely good opportunities without hesitation. I conserve my cognitive energy for the few things that matter most. Distractions bounce off me. I enter flow states easily and sustain them for hours. I am a master of focus. My ability to concentrate is world-class. 3. I am an execution machine. I move with speed and precision. I iterate rapidly. I ship constantly. I am biased toward action. When I see what needs to be done, I move immediately. I make decisions quickly. I respond fast. My momentum is unstoppable. Every day I compound my progress. Small gains multiplied over time become extraordinary outcomes. 4. I think in decades. While others think in quarters, I think in decades. I see the compounding trajectory while others see immediate results. My 10-year vision is crystal clear. Every decision I make today serves my long-term trajectory. I am patient with results but relentless with process. I am building something that makes everything else I have done look like preparation. 5. I am internally driven. My motivation comes from within. I work to impress myself and to manifest my vision in reality. External validation is welcome but unnecessary. I am compelled to build something that matters. My standards are uncompromising. My drive is inexhaustible. I am unstoppable because my fuel source is infinite and internal. 6. I embrace calculated risk. I'm comfortable with uncertainty. I see risk as opportunity rather than threat. I bet on myself repeatedly. I understand that failure is feedback. I take asymmetric risks where downside is capped and upside is unlimited. I am difficult to compete with because I go where others are afraid to follow. I am fearless in the pursuit of what matters most. 7. I build powerful networks. I create genuine relationships with exceptional people. I give before I receive. I help without keeping score. I remember what matters. I follow through on what I say. I am known as someone who makes others better. My network is a force multiplier. The people around me amplify my impact exponentially. 8. I optimize my biology. Sleep is sacred, exercise is non-negotiable, nutrition is strategic. I treat my body as the instrument of my mind. I recover as intensely as I work. I am building sustainable high performance. My energy is abundant. My clarity is razor sharp. My physical foundation supports my extraordinary ambitions. 9. I lead with wisdom. I inspire others toward shared vision. I make difficult decisions with clarity. I take care of my team while demanding excellence. I am emotionally intelligent and strategically brilliant. I balance confidence with humility. I adapt with flexibility while maintaining core conviction. I am the leader others choose to follow. 10. I am mission-driven. My work serves something larger than myself. I am solving problems that matter. I am building a future that should exist. My success creates opportunities for others. My impact compounds across time. I am driven by mission, not just metrics. I am contributing to the story of human progress. My purpose is clear. My commitment is absolute. 11. I am relentlessly optimistic. I believe problems can be solved. I believe the future can be better than the present. I believe in my capacity to learn what I do not yet know. I see obstacles as puzzles to solve rather than barriers to progress. My optimism is grounded in capability, not delusion. I am fundamentally oriented toward possibility. 12. I create compound effects. Everything I do builds on what came before. My relationships compound, my knowledge compounds, my skills compound, my reputation compounds, my impact compounds. I am not looking for quick wins. I am building momentum that becomes unstoppable over time. Small advantages multiplied by years become insurmountable leads. 13. I operate at extreme levels. I do not seek balance in the conventional sense. I seek sustainable intensity. I work harder and smarter than my competition. I maintain this intensity not through willpower, but through purpose, optimization, and internal drive. Extreme people get extreme results. I am becoming extreme in my commitment to excellence. 14. I trust my judgment. I have developed strong pattern recognition. I make good decisions with incomplete information. I am comfortable being decisive when others are paralyzed by uncertainty. My judgment improves daily through rapid iteration and honest feedback. I trust myself while remaining open to correction. 15. I build things people love. I do not settle for merely good products. I obsess over creating experiences that people love so much they spontaneously tell others. I listen deeply to users. I iterate rapidly based on feedback. I know that extraordinary products are the foundation of everything else. I am building something remarkable. 16. I am resourceful beyond measure. When faced with obstacles, I find ways around, through, or over them. I am not stopped by lack of resources. I am creative in assembling what I need. I turn constraints into advantages. I figure out what others consider impossible. My resourcefulness is legendary. 17. I maintain unstoppable momentum. Momentum energizes me. I protect it fiercely. I take action daily to maintain forward progress. I understand that momentum compounds. I never allow myself to become stagnant. Even small progress counts. I am a perpetual motion machine moving toward my vision. 18. I learn at extraordinary speed. My rate of learning is exceptional. I seek feedback aggressively. I iterate rapidly. I absorb lessons from every experience. I read voraciously. I learn from everyone I meet. My knowledge base expands exponentially. I am becoming more capable every single day. 19. I am comfortable being uncomfortable. Growth lives outside my comfort zone. I deliberately seek discomfort because that is where expansion happens. I do things that scare me regularly. I take actions my old self would have avoided. Each time I do this, I become more capable, more confident, more powerful. 20. I am building something that matters. What I am creating will make the world better. It will solve real problems for real people. It will create value that compounds across time. My work will outlast me. My impact will be felt by people I will never meet. I am part of something larger than myself. 21. I take full responsibility. I own my outcomes completely. I do not blame circumstances, other people, or bad luck. I recognize that I am the primary creative force in my life. If something is not working, I change my approach. I am responsible. I am in control. 22. I am becoming legendary. Not for fame or recognition, but for impact and excellence. People will tell stories about what I built, about how I persevered, about the standards I maintained, about the difference I made. I am writing a story worth telling. 23. I attract exceptional opportunities. Because of who I am becoming, extraordinary opportunities flow toward me. The right people appear at the right time. The right resources become available. The right information finds me. I am a magnet for everything I need to fulfill my mission. 24. I am unstoppable. Nothing can permanently deter me. Setbacks are temporary, failures are feedback, obstacles are puzzles. I persist when others quit. I maintain intensity when others burn out. I continue forward when the path is unclear. I am unstoppable because I am committed to something larger than my comfort. 25. I am the architect of my reality. My thoughts shape my brain. My brain shapes my actions shape my results. I am deliberately constructing the neural architecture that creates the future I envision. I am not hoping for success, I am systematically engineering it. I am becoming inevitable. Closing integration, your new identity. You have completed the Altman protocol, but completion is not an ending. It is a beginning. You have installed the neural architecture. Now you must live from it. Every morning, reconnect with these states. Review these affirmations, feel them in your body, speak them with conviction. Let them program your subconscious mind. Let them become the automatic operating system that runs beneath your conscious awareness. You are no longer hoping to be successful. You are systematically becoming the person for whom success is inevitable. You have the strategic vision. You have the extreme focus. You have the execution capability. You have the long-term thinking. You have the internal drive. You have the courage to take risks. You have the network. You have the optimized biology. You have the leadership wisdom. You have the mission-driven purpose. In the words of Sam Altman, the most successful people I know believe in themselves almost to the point of delusion. You now have that level of self-belief, not delusion. Grounded confidence based on the systematic reconstruction of your neural architecture. You know you are becoming capable of extraordinary things because you are doing the daily work of building extraordinary capability. This is your moment. This is your life. This is your one chance to see what you are truly capable of achieving. You are ready. Your brain is ready. Your future is waiting. Go build something that matters. Go become legendary. Go make your existence count. The world needs what only you can create, and you are now equipped to create it.